Today we're going to talk about the mail features using the Playbook. Using mail features, you've got different types of options. The one that I particularly want to get focused on is using your BlackBerry Bridge and using what we call the Messages. It's the Messages where you'll find all of your email that is currently on your BlackBerry. Don't forget, this is bridged with your Playbook, so instantly your Playbook is reading everything off of your BlackBerry phone. Here we've had usatoday.com, some messages that I get. In this case, my images are not being shown, so if I simply select Get Images, it will pull up all of the images for this link. Let's click on another one. Again, Get Images are not being displayed here. If I click Get Images, now they will all appear. It's that simple to use the mail. Underneath this, you'll notice that I have another document that I sent myself. This is the FP Online sign-up form. Now this comes as an attachment. You'll notice that it says when an attachment appears, it says tap to download. So by simply tapping on that, it will start the download process and the green bar will activate across the screen, indicating that your document is now downloading. Once the document effectively downloads, and it only takes a few seconds depending on the size of the file actually, it will open this particular one in Docs2Go, which is the closest thing to Microsoft Word. So let's let this document open, and you'll notice that this is in fact the FP Online registration form. Well, here, now you have the ability to go ahead and make changes to this form or edit on it by simply tapping on it. Your screen will appear, and in this particular case, I'm just going to go ahead and simply type in my name, Emmi. And we're going to go ahead and save this document by swiping down on the screen. And we're going to save it as EMMI space FP, FPO, and we'll call it a number 10. And I hit the save button. So let's see where this document can be found once we've opened it. I'm going to swipe up. Now this is the tricky part that many of us run into, and there's something to be aware of. Number one, when you're working within the Bridge browser, any documents that you actually open up or save are going to be saved on your BlackBerry, your device, or media card. And I'm going to show you how to get there. If you're working with the web or a Wi-Fi connection and maybe using Google Mail, then any documents that you save are going to actually be saved onto your Playbook. But we'll get to that in a minute. First, now that we've saved this FP Online form, let's go ahead and look for that. I'm going to go into my file manager. You could actually use the Adobe Reader, you can use Docs2Go, or your file manager. Any three of these icons will get you to where you need to be to find these documents. In this particular case, we need to pay attention to the top. You'll notice that documents being found on your actual Playbook or documents being found on your BlackBerry phone. In this case, I have the 9930. So we're going to go ahead and tap on the device. And by opening up the device, because I know this file was saved in my BlackBerry, being I was bridge connected, we're going to go to the home. Now I know this is a little tricky, but just bear with me. Within the home, you've got the user files, which is my user files. And I'm going to documents. Now, once we're within the documents, you can go ahead and use the search function. Notice that we already see my documents here, MEFPO10. But watch what happens when you use the search function. I'm just going to type my name, EMMI. Only documents with my name will come up to make it a little bit quicker if you've got hundreds of documents in there, which in some cases I do. So from here, we'll go ahead and tap on the actual document, and we'll open it up using the Open key. And your document should open up with the saved changes that you actually made. So in this case, we're opening up the loaded document, and yes, my name and the saved changes are actually there. Once you fill out this form, now we want to mail this form or email this form on to the person who's going to actually process it for us. Well, let's see how we do that. I'm going to go ahead and close out that form, and we're going to go back into our messages. While in our messages and highlighting that, we're going to use to create a new message, and we're going to address this message to, in this case, I believe it's Helen Atkins, ADK, IN, and there she is, Mary Helen Atkins. And we'll call this FP Online Sign Up. As the subject. And then, using the attached paperclip, we're going to go ahead and find this document and attach it. So again, we noticed, and I'm taking you through this a second time, device. From device, we're going to home. From home, we're going to user. And within documents. Now, there's two ways of finding it. Obviously, it's right here under Emmi FPO 10, or we can use the search function again. In this case, I'll just go ahead and use FPO Emmi and hit OK. Now, the document is uploading and ready to be sent. Once the document uploads, we can hit the send button, and this message has now gone to Mary, as indicated here with this check mark. So you can see that the message was actually successfully sent to Mary Atkins to be processed.